Mark Eiglarsh is still with us, and of course you might recognize him from his legal commentary and regular appearances on Dr. Phil, 60 Minutes, Nancy Grace, and more. He also recently published a book. I've got it right here. Thank you, Bert. Here it is, Be Happy by Choice, Happiness Guaranteed or Your Misery Back. So, Mark, you wrote it when you were at a breaking point, and then you learned some things, completely turned your life around.
Yes.
So, talk to us about what this book means to you and why you wrote it.
Okay, well, first of all, I went through some tremendous pain, which I call growing opportunities. Like most people, my victim story is no different than many others, right? It led me to be upset, down, literally on my knees, thinking, what am I going to do? I got 3 young kids. I'm miserable.
How long ago was this?
Probably about a decade ago.
Okay.
And I said, look, I've got 2 choices. I'm either going to get well or I'm going to be going down to Chinatown, right? And I then did everything I possibly could. If there was a book that had happy in the title, I read it. If there was a resort somewhere that offered, seminars on happiness, my wife even said, we're going to go paint on horses. There's some place. I go, oh, fine, we'll go. We'll paint on horses. We literally painting on a Vakakta horse. And somehow that's supposed to help me. Triggers seem to be happier. Who knows? The point is, whatever I did. And then I said, you know what? I'm tired of the circumstances in my life dictating how I'm going to feel. Aristotle said, take charge of your thoughts. You could do what you will with them. So from that, I get happiness is a decision. So I'm like, where are the thoughts coming from? Why is my life the way that it is? It's because my damn brain, which is nothing more than an organ, like your colon, okay? And the similarities, they both produce crap, okay? My brain continues to send me thoughts that don't serve me well. Oh, really, just me, guys? 80% of the thoughts we have on a daily basis are thoughts that do not serve us well. I
want to get rid of those thoughts. So we have some questions, okay? Because we know that your book talks about a lot of different things, also about overcoming fear and anxiety. So I'm going to start with my question, and I was very emotional earlier, crying, no joke. I'm getting ready for baby number 2, and I'm struggling with the fact that the days of me and my Sophie are going to be gone in a matter of 4 weeks. And I want to be able to manage that transition of welcoming this new baby, of course being excited about this new baby, but not feeling like guilty and like Sophie's not important. Right. I don't know how I'm going to manage that. I want to welcome it and not be overwhelmed by it.
Listen to what you just said. All the thoughts that you just had came from your brain. By the way, I encourage people to name their brain to, again, further separate themselves, because your brain's not who you are. Your thoughts are not who you are. So your brain, like my brain, Biff, I call my brain Biff because I've been bullied for years, right? Sent you the thought that your time with Sophie is over. No, it's not. Excuse me, brain, that thought doesn't serve me well. I'll let it go like food on a buffet line. I'll take what serves me best. Replace that thought with, oh my goodness, I'm going to get this beautiful son in my life that Sophie's going to interact with. Our time together will just be enhanced. It's going to be better. Why go with the other thoughts?
I got to name my brain. I don't know. Erica, you have one. I love your statement, and I'm going to try and replace my thoughts, but ugh.
Well, I call myself the comeback kid because much like you, like my life fell apart about 10 years ago. I lost my marriage and my finances, everything. And now that I've rebuilt my life and it's bigger than anything that I had ever imagined, my anxiety constantly comes from a daily fear that I'm going to lose everything again.
I get that. I had those thoughts, right? So right now, you would agree with me, everything's wonderful. Or look what you have. You're helping people understand issues. You're passionate. You're financially, you're doing well. So right now, in the present, it's all good. Your problems are because you're thinking about the future. That's the problem. Happiness is found right here, which is why I meditate every day, to put myself right here and to look around and go, I am so blessed. Where we have problems, and catch this visual, okay, is if we are focused on the past, or we have one foot in the future, which is where you are, we are pissing on today.
Yeah.
Stop pissing on today. Be present, because fear is false evidence appearing real. We think of the worst case scenario. I'm going to lose everything. False evidence appearing real. We think of what's the worst that can happen, and it deprives us of what we have right here, which is wonderfulness. So be present. Everything's going to be just fine.
Wow, Erica.
Thank you.
Stop pissing on it. I love you, Mark. I feel better already. God, we just keep Mark around all the time.
My bladder's so full.
I was going to ask a question, but I'm perfect, so.
He has a question coming. Don't worry.